good, y'all? It's just Kicks 212, and I'm here with another review for y'all. I'm gonna get real in depth with it. If you got any questions, leave them down in the comment box. I try to go into detail with everything I mentioned, but again, some things are lost in translation. So just leave any questions in the comment box, opinions, feedback, review of your own. I greatly appreciate it. But let's get into the shoe. I think y'all like it. We have the KD4, size 11, style code 473679, color code 303. If you don't know, those are the Weathermans. So, I'd actually camp out for this shoe, but it was well worth it. It's actually the last pair I have, so please don't ask. This is a real nice shoe. I like the colors on it. Only thing is, I don't know how I'm gonna pull it off. But it is a lot of colors. It's real loud. So let me read off the box real quick. Let me leave that there for y'all. If I can. Lush green, Volt black, and team orange. Those are the colors on the box. And that's what you see. You see your lush green. You see your Volt with the swoosh. You see your black, obviously, on the strap, the midsole. And you see your team orange all around with the design. So this shoe was actually inspired by KD. He wanted to be a weatherman if he wasn't going to play basketball. So that's where you have the Doppler graph. As you can see, it looks like a Doppler radar. Pretty nice shoe. Alright, so let's start with the sole. The sole is a clear sole. Alright, clear sole. There's a lot of signature detailing on it, on the sole. But since it's clear, you can't really see it. These are the soles. As you can see, actually had KD compress his feet onto a pad, I'm assuming, and got where he puts his weight ratio at. And as you can see, he puts most of his weight towards his forefoot area. You see the red area compared to his heel. There's barely any red in the heel, and there's red all through the forefoot. So a lot of people used to wonder, why does Nike put the Nike Zoom bag, the Zoom unit, because this is a Zoom shoe. The Zoom unit is only in the forefoot. They always used to wonder why they do that with this shoe in particular, with the KDs, is because as you can see, KD puts all this pressure on his forefoot. He plays on his toes. So the Zoom unit is right underneath here. It's pretty big from what I read. I think it's like maybe like 12 millimeters. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that, but it's pretty big in the forefoot for KD. This midsole in particular, they are straight away from Phylon. Like the KD2 and the KD3, that was a Phylon midsole. This is actually Phylon now. So I'll get into that after I get out of the sole. So with the sole, you have a clear sole, right? You have a modified herringbone traction. As you can see, it's still zigzag like herringbone, but they actually converted the herringbone into thunderbolts. So just because KD plays for the Thunder, you have a modified Y-split. You still have it, but it has some extra lines, so it actually distributes pressure on impact when he does land here. As you can see, it actually distributes to each section evenly instead of taking one blunt force in the heel. You got a contoured footbed. So pretty much what that means is they shave, well not shave, they cut a whole part of the bottom of the shoe out. A lot of shoes have it. A lot of running shoes have it, like the Pegasus and the Romero. But pretty much they take it out to reduce weight. If the shoe doesn't need it, they'll just take it out and cut it out. It's like a little camp, a little like a quarry here. I don't know how to describe it, a canyon right here. And they just do it to shave weight off a shoe, a couple ounces here and there. Another thing, signature detailing, you have Seat Pleasant. I know you can't see it because it's clear. It says Seat Pleasant with 3 stars for his hometown. You got Work Hard right here. I don't know if you can see it. On this one it says Stay Focused in the same place. It says designed and engineered to the exact specifications of Kevin Durant with his little logo. It looks like there's a shank plate here, this plastic piece, because it's on both sides. And I think it's right under the midsole, which would be the perfect place for a shank plate. They haven't really mentioned it. I'm assuming because it's not carbon fiber. It looks like plastic, so it is more than likely 100%. It probably is plastic. It's called TPU. It's a plastic shank, a TPU shank. Pretty much for torsional rigidity, for the twisting motions. It doesn't torque the shoe. It also has a strap to help with that. But pretty much that shank plate to help them out there. What else you got here? In the background, I know you can't see it, but like in the backdrop, in the crevices, it's number 4 printed all over the sole, because this is the 4th signature shoe. You got some more stuff for his family, his mom and dad, and a heart, the initials. You got Barbara, you got Tony Man, I believe that was his mentor. In the back, you got Big Chucky. I think that's his brother, or maybe it's the other way around. But either way, real personal signature detail in there. As you see with the sole actually rise up into the midsole on the medial side of the foot for extra traction when you push off on your cuts. As you can see, so you know when if you were to hit the court and you push off, that's pretty much what this is for. Some extra traction when you push off. So to get into the midsole, because I think that's pretty much it for the outsole. You got a Phylon midsole. Pretty much Phylon's firmer than Cushlon. All Cushlon is, it's Phylon with injected rubber. So the injected rubber adds, it's a little softer, it's a little bit more durable than Phylon, but it's heavier. It's heavier. So I'm assuming Katie wanted a lighter shoe. He wanted something more firm to give a more responsive court feel, so they went Phylon. Pretty much, again, Phylon is like the standard for basketball or the regular stuff. They usually put in almost all basketball shoes. But yeah, so as you can see, black Phylon midsole. Another thing with Phylon, since it's not as durable as Cushlon, they actually, as you can see these lines here, they actually do that so because Phylon creases. It creases really bad. If you ever notice your shoes creasing, because it's Phylon most of the time. I mean, if it creases a lot, I mean, it's because it's a smooth. You see the smoothness? They actually make these little ripples in the shoe, so during time it doesn't look like, you know what I mean? It doesn't look like it creased that much with time, but that's just what Nike does. Again, you got the shank plate on the medial side. You can see it. You can see it on the lateral side. That's pretty much it. Again, you got the sole coming up. You got the sole coming up on the midsole again for more durability, especially when you drag your feet. Right? And you have it says Nike Zoom right there on the outrigger. So the outrigger is for lateral support. It's like a wing on the side of the shoe. They're called outriggers. That lateral support helps with cuts and rolling of the foot, so you don't actually hurt yourself when you're running up and down the court. Give you a little bit more balance. Some more signature detailing with the KD. You can feel inside an internal heel counter. So the internal heel counter is probably made out of TPU, thermoplastic urethane again, and it goes up pretty high. So it goes up to right around here, right before the tab part of the shoe, but it goes up to right around here, pretty much to keep your heel locked down. You want your heel locked down when you're playing ball. Keep it in place so you don't roll your ankle. So that's pretty much what that's there for. Again, the strap helps with that. You got the upper now, Hyperfuse. Hyperfuse is a 3-layered system, if you don't know. It's by TPU sheets, so they bond them together and they fuse them together. So TPU, again, is a fancy plastic, thermoplastic urethane. Pretty much it's 3 layers. It's the structure layer, which is pretty much for stability. You got the breathability layer, which is the 2nd layer, and then the 3rd layer is the durability layer. So as you can see, the 1st layer underneath, that's the structure, right, for stability, keep your foot in place. And you got the 2nd layer right here, which looks like mesh, but it's really thermoplastic urethane. So that's for breathability, and then the 3rd layer is this fine layer. This for durability. So you ever got stepped on with a Hyperfuse? pretty much you won't scuff it, and if you do, you probably get it out real quick. So that's pretty much Hyperfuse throughout the whole shoe. Another good thing about Hyperfuse, they make one-piece uppers. You usually don't have to sew them at all. There's no stitching on this shoe at all. Only stitching is right here in the tongue. It's to hold the tongue in place. Everything else there's no stitching at all. Everything else is fused together, heat pressed together in that 3-layer system like I told you about. So there is no stitching on the shoe, so it reduces chafing and all that rubbing of your toes, the irritation you get. Another thing, it has green laces, flat laces to reduce pressure on the top of your foot instead of round laces, so that helps out playing basketball. You got a regular mesh tongue. The holes are a lot open, a lot bigger perforation holes, excuse me, for more breathability in the tongue area. Let me show you a bit more. Yeah. Again, so then you have the strap. It's an adaptive fit strap. This is a first for the KD, and this is a first for any Nike shoe. This is the first shoe to actually show this off. It's pretty cool. I tried it on. I played in the KD4. It works really well. It locks your foot down, your whole midfoot down. So it straps it right down to the sole of the shoe. You feel real good in these. It feels like a one-fit kind of thing. Again, there's more signature detailing on it. As you can see, those weather maps. Some numbers on there. The 62. I'm guessing he scored 62. Over here, you got his average. You got 35 on the tongue. The tongue is made out of some synthetic material with the 35. And that's pretty much it for the shoe. The adaptive fit strap actually is built into the shoe, if you can see. They fuse it into the shoe, and it's on the inside. I'll show you on the other one. It's actually built into the shoe, as you can see right over there. It provides a lot more lateral support, especially when you're rolling your foot, when you're pronating. So it actually helps with all that, as you can see again across the foot. Again, this shoe all in all is a great shoe. The collar package is pretty regular, it's decent, nothing too crazy. At least it's not cardboard like some other Nike shoes. It has some padding in it. This one in particular has a thunderbolt, cloud, and the sun. Some more of that multicolor on the sock liner. This one has the forecast calls for a thunderstorm. That's pretty much it for the shoe. If you have any questions, just drop it down into the comment box. This is Just for Kicks 212. Check out my Twitter. I'm doing a contest. After I get 100 followers, one of my followers will get a shoe in their size. I'm randomly choosing a person. So add me at Just for Kicks 212. Check out my YouTube channel, Just for Kicks 212. Subscribe. I'll probably be doing a little contest on my YouTube too. So just keep checking it out until I update it. Again, if you have any questions, hit me up on Twitter. You see a shoe I'm talking about, hit me up on Twitter. If I can get my hands on it for you, I'll give it to you, send it to you. Just PayPal me the cash, no charge. Again, Just for Kicks 212. Thank you for checking out my review. My next review will be up soon.